Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Arnold, and tonight I'm going to be trance channeling Ascended Master Saint Germain and the Ascended Masters for an energy ascension update for the month of May 2025. So we will see what they have to say. And remember, they do bring through light code frequencies through my chakras with each of these videos as I'm trance channeling. So if you're open to receiving, what they bring through is frequencies to transmute dark back to light or fierce back to love within your chakra systems. So all you have to do is say you're open to receiving. You might feel something similar to how you feel Reiki energy or any kind of energy healing. Okay, so I'm going to get started. The energies feel really delicious, and I feel like there's a lot of hope for May. So hang in there. He's showing me that everybody's had an uphill battle for a while now, and he's bringing in a lot of hope with this and empowerment with this message. So I'll get started. If you'd like to comment in the comment section what you're going through, we would love to hear it. Thanks for joining us. Oh yes, welcome. I am Saint Germain. We welcome you all. We are showing our channel for the month of May. There is a sense of freedom for many. There will be many of those who have felt stuck in the same old patterns, in the same old prison. They will be feeling a new resolution. There has been a focus on the President of the United States, and we would like to address this at this time. The energy in which the collective consciousness on the planet, everyone on the planet, has been focused on giving him attention, and the energy grows where attention goes. And the past few weeks, many have stopped feeding the fire. They have stopped putting fuel on the flame by diverting their attention inward rather than outward. They're realizing the gift in having him trigger the collective consciousness. Through him, humanity learns not what is, but what no longer wishes it to be. This too is a sacred teaching and a healing on the planet. And it is that within this teaching, many are seeing a reflection of themselves. He has come onto the planet to serve humanity in the way to see a reflection of all what has not been transmuted back to love within themselves. They're seeing in their own reality a reflection of how they too were focused on material wealth and possessions, and it is now crumbling. In order for you to awaken, remember, you are not becoming someone new. You are remembering who you were before the world told you otherwise, before everyone pointed out that you were not source energy. Who were you without an identity? Who were you without a human body? Remember, this is a remembering. You are remembering who you are as consciousness. Energy flows where attention goes, and you are shifting your attention, and therefore the fire is getting dimmer. It is near extinction, and it is burning out. For the collective consciousness, this is a celebration on planet Earth, because you are no longer focusing your energy on the chaos and confusion, and you are taking that power of control and going inward. When the intention shifts, so does the energy. The fire dims when the collective stops feeding it with focus. This is what is happening at this time, and this is setting many free on the planet, and there will be a shift in energy. We're showing our channel near the end of May. There will be a shift of energy around May 17th and May 24th on planet Earth. Focus in on you and where you're at on your journey. It is that you are remembering who you are as consciousness. You are not waiting for ascension. You are becoming ascension. You are becoming it. And you are in the crossroads at this time. As you look back for the past 5 years, how the world around you has been collapsing. This has been the biggest gift, so that you would let go of everything that you were hanging on to outside of you. Many of you have lost family and friends and you have lost hope and dreams, and you have lost your houses to natural disasters or to poverty. You have lost food and shelter. You've lost so much to gain even more, because when you go in and you look within, you will find everything that you had been seeking outside of yourself. When the ego had you chasing everything outside of yourself in third dimension, you could never be satisfied. It was a constant chase for always disappointment. And so your spirit was getting tired, and it said, we must begin to awaken. Remember, everything else, everything outside of yourself is a reflection of where you're vibrating at. Instead of getting angry and mad that you can't control your reality, ask what the gift is. As this person is causing destruction in my reality and causing me pain, what is the gift? How can I see how I am doing this to myself? How is my own mind, my own ego attacking my heart, attacking my inner child? This will give you the keys to drive the car, to get into a new vehicle and step into fifth dimension. You are not a victim of suffering. You are a warrior of experience, and you are having an experience as a collective consciousness. The energy has shifted, and it is tilting, and the dominance and power and control that ran the planet, there are many on the planet that are no longer giving focus to this. Instead, they are lighting a fire within themselves with compassion instead of anger, with love instead of hate, and they are moving and driving their vehicle forward and no longer looking outside and asking others to control their reality. They're seeing how the systems are collapsing and are no longer serving them, and they're asking the questions, why is this happening? Why am I creating this in my reality? And it is to set you free from all the structures. It is to set you free from all the suffering and the struggling. Is this what you would like to step forward in your life with? Is it the chaos or the peace? The loudest person in the room isn't the strongest. The calmest and most still person and quiet person in the room has the most power. Stop looking at the ones that are screaming and shouting out, and instead observe the ones that are silent and have an inner calm and an inner peace, and begin to walk that way in life. You do not have to go outside of yourself. We are showing our channel that the month of May, there are many shifts and changes to set those free from their prisons, to set them free from their struggling and suffering. Many of your struggling and suffering is in the mind, and the focus is that the mind is running the show, but it is not. It is your heart that's running the show, and your heart is getting louder. Do not fear your own fears. We would recommend not to fear the fears. There are many that are fearing the fears, but this is arising from your past lifetimes. This is coming up to be transmuted back to love. Simply observe the fears as they arise, and they won't cause you pain because you are observing them instead of judging them. You receive physical pain, ascension symptoms of physical pain, when your ego is judging the process of the spirit transmuting. Let go of this. Step back, step outside of your body, and observe your ascension symptoms without judgment. Can they stay? Will they stay if I'm not judging them? No, we would say that it will set you free from much pain in your physical body. If you stop fearing the fear, many of you have panic attacks and have PTSD and are in fight or flight constantly. This is that you are transmuting dark back to light and fears back to love. It is nothing to be afraid of. Surrender and relax into the panic attack, and it cannot stay. It transmutes and releases with ease. Relax, 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 relax in your body as you're having the panic attack, and observe it. Step outside of yourself and observe it. It cannot stay if you're observing it and being present with it and surrounding it with your light within you, surrounding it with your consciousness. There are many on the planet that will let go this month. They will let go of the old way and stop struggling and fighting for what is right. I have to fight for my rights. But we would say there is no competition. And if you let go of the competition and step back and watch the universe rearrange everything around you, your life would be much simpler and you would have much more ease. You would have no struggling or suffering. You would simply be observing without judgment. This is the key. Get into the feeling of relaxing into all chaos, and the chaos can't overtake you. We are with you. Blessings. Okay, so that was our message for the month of May. He's showing me that there's going to be a lot of shifts on the planet for the month of May, and people just aren't giving their energy to the anger or hate or rage anymore. They're turning in and giving more attention to what they need to do for themselves, and that's where Saint Germain's saying that they want you to focus. So instead of trying to fix everything outside of yourself, start going in and saying, what can I heal within myself? How can I love my inner child? How can I find that love within myself? Because you're the missing piece. The universe is wanting to be whole again, and you've mastered loving everything outside of yourself, but he's saying you must give that love to yourself for the universe to become whole again. So it's about focusing in, and when you focus in, that love reflects back to you. So all the anger and hate in the world, if you focus in and give that love to yourself, then it changes your reality outside yourself, and love in your reality will start reflecting back to you instead of all this chaos with the political systems, educational systems, religious systems, like all the structures and systems that we have created as limitations, then they're going to collapse if we go in. So that's all our job is to do, is go in. Like as light workers, there's a lot of people that believe like, I've got to help people outside of myself as a light worker. And Saint Germain saying it's the real expansion of consciousness happens when you go in and love the God within you. And then that God within you can expand and connect with the God consciousness of everything. And then that's what you have to offer everyone around you who is seeking help, who is seeking refuge, who is in pain. And so by going in and expanding your consciousness, people that are in wars or that are going through natural disasters, they can begin downloading from you. So it's not about doing, it's about being. And when you be and you're present in the now moment and expand your consciousness and be still, then everyone around you can download your light from you. So you're going to give love from the heart and be empathetic instead of being sympathetic and give love and fixing from your head. So switching from being sympathetic, saying, you're in so much pain, I want to help you, what can I do? Because then you just take on their pain. All you have to offer them is a vibrational frequency of victim, and so they can't heal from that. But if you say, okay, I'm going to switch it to being empathetic, saying, I understand your pain. I know that you're hurting. I understand the pain you're going through. And so I'm going to offer you love from my heart, and you can download it from me. Then you don't take on their pain. You don't see them as a victim. you don't see them as suffering or struggling. They're having a human experience, and you're looking at it without judgment, and therefore you can offer them this divine love from within you, and they can download that from you. So the old way just isn't working anymore. This doesn't mean you can't help your neighbor take groceries to the car, or go sit with an elderly person so they don't feel lonely. You can still do those things. But when you're wanting to change and fix a problem, stop and say, how can I go in and heal the inner child within myself, or heal something within myself? And when I do that, what I'm looking at as a problem, the universe will change it, and it will reflect back to me as love. So it's just handing it over to the universe instead of us trying to control it. Okay, so the month of May, lots of delicious frequencies coming onto the planet. There's a lot more lightness. So like the changes on the planet, I feel like he's showing me it was like a lot of hope, where some people had been really vibrating in like losing the will to live and seeing no way out. You're going to start to see a way out. You're going to see like the light coming through the cracks. And he was showing me like this fire that had been started in the political system. It's getting extinguished, like all the anger and hate. People aren't focusing on that anymore. They're getting tired of it. And so the fire is going out because it has no more fuel. So yeah, we should see some shifts this month in the political system and just in our own realities. So thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next time.